Good early afternoon. Good early afternoon. Hello, it's Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and we'll just get going. So I hope you guys are all doing well today. It has been a very crazy few days because of the holiday weekend. My kids had a 4-day weekend and things were kind of nuts. But other than that, everything is good. I just made you a really interesting, I hope, video that focuses on how not to leave a narcissist because I'm pretty sure I did it the wrong way. And then maybe I'll focus on the things I did right for the video after that. Hey, Ron Nelson. Hey, Elizabeth Elliott. Hello, Rue. How are you guys doing today? I'm happy to see you. So, several different things going on right now. One of the things I wanted to talk about was your vibration and how to maintain it when you feel positively terrible. And something that has really helped me recently is to write down my intentions for my life or my goals or the things that I want to be true in handwriting. I use my bullet journal. You guys know how I like that thing. And to reaffirm those things to yourself. So I have this nice little book stand I set my book up on, my bullet journal each day, and the book stand actually makes it so that if I write down my affirmations, I can just glance over and read them whenever I want to, which I think is really great for reaffirming them. Kind of works along the same lines as the what's it called? Vision board that Dana and I were talking about. I've had a vision board for years, but this is almost like a daily vision board. It's kind of handy dandy for me. So let me know what you guys think about that. All right. Now listen, if you guys have any questions or comments or things you want to talk about, hurry up and throw them in the chat here because I'm kind of running low on time. So I want to make sure I get to as many of you as possible. So while I'm saying hello to everybody please put your anything you need, throw it in the comments. Let me see what I can do to help you today. Okay. All right. Hello, Ron, Elizabeth, Rue, Fiona, and Child of God, and Nails. Hello, guys. Sunny Day is in the house. Hello, and hello, Narc Alert. Hello to Susan LaValle, who is feeling terrible right now. Tell us what's going on, Susan. I hope you feel better, and let us know what we can do to help. Hey, Terry Ellis. Hey, how are you? And Brahma, hello. And let's see here. Oh, Ms. Maddie Gutierrez from the Mod Squad in the house. Happy hump day, she says. Happy hump day, Maddie. And Rue says, no contact from him for 3 months, but he said he will be back when he feels like himself. Has narcissistic injury after the other girl found out and left. Well, here's the thing. If I were you, Rue, and I don't know if you're just telling us this, I'm proud of you for the no contact. But if I'm you, I wouldn't want him to come back just because he has narcissistic injury after the other girl found out and left. So what are your thoughts about that? Let me know. Are you trying to get back with him, or are you just saying what he said? Let me know. Hey, Waters Above. Hello, Gina Giorgio. Ron Nelson says, hey, Maddie. Shay Ray is here. Hey, how are you, Shay Ray? Deborah in the house. Hello, Deborah. Hello. And Tesla Bell says, hey, from Florida. Hello, Tesla Bell. Really cool name. Fiona says, my ex is making me out to be the bad one. She's trying to convince me that I'm the narcissist. How do I deal with this? I fully understand. I think what you're dealing with is a smear campaign. Whether she's sharing that information with other people or with you is the difference. If she's only sharing her thoughts about your, apparent narcissism, which I'm saying that with tongue in cheek, sarcastically, then chances are that, she's just trying to suck you back in or hoover you, get you, riled up so you have a conversation. If she's doing this with other people and this is a smear campaign, well, then what I would do is this. Anyone who's worthy of your time and your energy, anyone who you think might take the time to listen, I would say, if you believe what this person says, then you don't know me very well. And then if, leave it at that. If that person doesn't drop it, then you may, you might want to explain your side of it, but you always want to say specifically, if you know me well, then you know that I didn't do those things, basically. And if they don't know you well enough to know that, then maybe you back off a little bit and let that person kind of have their space until you figure out what's next for you. Maybe that person comes back into your life after this is over. Maybe they don't. That's up to you completely. And the same thing applies when we're talking about other people who aren't, necessarily close to you. So if these are people who are kind of the other person's friend or family, and this person's never going to understand or believe what I'm saying, then you just don't say anything. You say, if you want to say, if you knew me, you know what you would know. I wouldn't do that. But that's only really relevant to people who you feel deserve that much from you. Because the fact of the matter is, any justification, anytime you try to prove a narcissist wrong, all they do is go, see, I told you that she would say that, or I told you that he would say that. It's this circle of insanity. So jump off the train, my friend. Don't react. Block anyone who doesn't believe you. Steer clear of anyone who doesn't believe you for now until it's over. The truth will come out, and it doesn't have to be you who brings it out. When they see you staying calm and not reacting and just saying, well, I didn't do that, they're going to see a big difference in the way you're acting and the narcissist is acting. It may take time, but it will happen. And those who don't aren't worth your time, in my opinion. Tell me your thoughts. Okay. Susan LaValle says, juggling 3 teenagers and my new job, narc-free for over 100 days. That is amazing. Amazing. Congratulations on all of that. I know I have a 21-year-old and an almost 15-year-old and a 10-year-old, and I know that's something right there. But my 21-year-old, he moved out and grew up and whatnot. But I still have the 2 of them at home. But I know that it's hard. But being narc-free for 100 days is amazing. So everybody, hands up for Susan. Gina says, my mom hates gay people and she knows I'm gay. Do you think she's a repressed lesbian? I mean, I couldn't tell you based on what you said there. I think it's possible. I think anything's possible. I think a lot of times when narcissists hate something about us, it's something that they see in themselves as well. I think that is horrible. I think it's horrible when narcissists or anyone treats their own child that way. I think that when, for me, and I can say this with all confidence because I have faced this issue with one of my children already, I told my child, listen, I don't care who you bring home. I don't care what their skin looks like or what they have going on under their clothes, as long as they treat you with love and respect and you treat them with love and respect. I said, whoever that is, I'll love that person. And it doesn't matter to me what their sexuality is. And I think every parent should be that way. I think every parent should only want their child to be happy. But I think it's possible, Gina. I think it's possible. I can't say for sure. I think it's selfish of a parent to not at least try to understand, or to at least say, well, I don't understand your lifestyle, but I love you, and that's all that matters. Anything other than I hate gay people. You should have one safe place in the world at least, and it should be with your mother, in my opinion. But I didn't have that luxury either, but I try to provide it for my kids, and I hope you'll do the same for yours, because part of my bigger mission, I mean, if you have any or you affect any kid, even a kid that is like you and whose parents, have rejected them because of their own sexuality, anybody that you can help this way, validate them, tell them that it's okay, give your children or any children that you affect the safe place that you didn't have growing up. And maybe that's one way you can put some more good out into the world and take away some of the hurt for someone else. And somehow when we do this for other people, when we help other people get through things that hurt us, it makes a huge difference in our own lives and makes everything so much better. Thanks for all of that to each of you as well, because you guys help me with that every day. Ilja is here. Hello, Ilja in the house. How you doing? Welcome back. And Deborah says, I signed my divorce papers on Friday. Congratulations. She says, he called me today and says he doesn't want a divorce and he doesn't want to lose me. I feel nothing. Well, I feel you. Good for you. Because I know that's hard. I know sometimes it's hard, but maybe he doesn't want the divorce for whatever reason, but mostly probably because he's losing the best supply he ever had any hope of getting. With that being said, I noticed that Deborah goes on to say, I have been so happy and getting back to myself. Girl, I love that. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy to see that. I feel like this dress keeps trying to show everybody my business. Okay. Let's see here. Rue says, that's just what he said. I'm not sure whether I should be worried or whether he actually meant it. What did Rue say? Let me remind myself. Rue. Oh. Listen, I hope you don't let him come back, Rue. I hope you're I hope that you should not be worried because you won't allow him to come back. You know what I'm saying? This is your choice. This is not his choice. Please know that. Take your power, my friend, and make your own choice. If you let him come back, that's up to you, but don't think that you have to let him come back just because he wants to. You have some rights here. Keep it in mind. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you this. One of my personal deal breakers is cheating. And if somebody leaves me for another person, they made up their mind. That's how I see it. They don't get a second chance. I'm not saying that it has to be that way for you. Maybe that's not a deal breaker for you, but it is for me, and I'm just sharing my thoughts. Okay. Shay Ray says, I'm from Africa, Algeria, but I love watching you. Well, thank you so much, Shay Ray. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Hello. All right. Lori Bothwell says, hey, I'm new to this channel, but I think it's awesome. Thank you so much. Is it Bothwell or Bothwell? Forgive me for not saying it right, but I'm pretty sure I got the Lori part right. And I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the SPANily, Lori. All right. Shay Ray says, after I said no to his proposal, now he's hanging with an ex-friend of mine. Yeah, Shay, I think that's a very common thing. I think they do that to hurt us. Don't let it hurt you. Don't let it be a problem for you. Stay focused on healing and doing better for yourself because you deserve better. You feel me? Okay. Jan Bradley, hello. She says, Angie, you look awesome today. Thank you. She said, I don't know what's different. You always look pretty, but today you look especially pretty. Well, thank you. I think it's this hairstyle. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Thank you. I must be having a good face day today. And she says, I'm interested in doing the group coaching session with Lise. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. She said, I had a question I did not see an answer to. Will the sessions be limited to a certain number of people? Yes. Yes. I think she's limiting them to 5 people right now I think there'll be a minimum of 5, maximum of, I don't even know if there's a maximum of 8, but I know there's 5. I think it's 5. Yeah. So she definitely is giving individual attention to each person. She took a special training course to do it. She's really, really talented in this area. So I'm really excited about this program. And Colleen is also offering some group sessions as well. So I may be doing that as well at some point when I get a little space in my schedule. So, but I'm really excited about these group sessions, Jana. I hope that you'll enjoy them too. Deborah says, Terry, thank you for that. You are so right. Right on. I missed that one, but I saw the retracted comment. James says, hey y'all, it's hump day. Okay. Hey James, how are you? And Terry Ellis says, Deborah, he wants you back because he hasn't found a new supply. Yeah, you did. Yeah, of course. And because you were probably the best supply he ever had. And because, he thinks he can continue to control and manipulate you, but you know better now. So you're good, right? We're right here, aren't we, Deborah? Yeah. I think we are. All right, let's see here. Oh, Terry, that's okay. Well, Terry says, welcome. Sorry, edited. Those typos were bad. Oh, I gotcha. All right. Deborah says, this is what I need to hear. Yes. Yes. James says, how you doing? How are you? I'm good. How are you? Let's see here. Deborah says, Jan, go to Angie's website and click on the coaching. It walks you through it. Thank you, Deborah. Terry Ellis says, welcome. Sorry, edited. Oh, yeah, I already got that one. All over the place today. Deborah says, Terry, you are so right. Vinyl says, my ex-narc recently sent me an email picture of his newborn. Is that hoovering? Yeah, in a weird way it is. Yeah, because hoovering is just sucking you back in. Sometimes it means they want to suck you into a new type of relationship where you kind of sit on the sideline and play the friend or whatever. And this way, whenever anything goes bad on the other side, they can run back to you. And stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. So then we have, okay. Elizabeth Elliott says, I only had one kid. He never wanted more. Girl already has girlfriend pregnant, and it's been really hard to me. They both want to rub it in. Really hard for me. See, I'll tell you something, Elizabeth. That is ironic and sad, and I'll tell you why. It sucks for you for sure, but my guess is that, I don't know what the proper word is, but a lot of times narcissists will get pregnant or get someone pregnant in order to hook them. And maybe, one kid is enough to keep you connected to him longer, I would feel also very upset. And this is another thing that happens, is that sometimes when there's something that you've been pushing and pushing for, suddenly they leave you or you leave them and then they go do that thing with another person. Part of that is just to hurt you. You know, like maybe they buy a house or they have a baby or whatever other big kind of thing you have been pushing for. Now, that's not always the case, because inevitably, you know, they kind of run similar relationship cycles. So whether, you know, with them rubbing it in, that would just be devastating to me as well. But at the same time, what you can do is not speak to them or see them or look at their social media profiles unless you have to speak to them regarding your child, and then only in text or email if I'm you. And the reason or in one of those apps, I've got a video somewhere called 7 court-approved apps, something like that, for communicating with co-parents, because that's a huge deal. And so if you just do it in text without emotion, without any kind of drama, and don't look at their social media, don't look at their, you know, little perfect fake pictures or anything, stay focused on what you can control, and that's you, that's your relationship with your child, and that's your life over here. You only need to connect with them on one avenue right now, and that is your child if your child's under 18. Otherwise, you've got nothing to worry about with this person. You can just literally block them and be done. It's terrible that they're rubbing it in your face, and I totally feel you, but if it helps at all, take comfort in the fact that life isn't going to be any better for her. He's just going to go through the same cycle he did with you. Do you see what I'm saying? And I've seen it in my own life, in my own world, and in the lives of many, 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 many clients, many YouTube people. The same cycle. It's a circular, I cannot talk. A circular cycle they go through, whether it's with you or with the next supplier with 10 supplies ago. It's a circle. They don't change. I hope that gives you some comfort, even though it sucks for the new supply. Okay, Narc Alert says no contact should be for life. Don't do it just to see if he or she comes back, and don't feel flattered. I agree 157%. Laughs a Lot says hello from Navajo Nation, Arizona. God bless you, honey. Oh, thank you so much. Hugs and love to you as well. I love that. Let's see here. Where was I? Okay. Goodness, I hate when it does that. It like throws me down the up way down in the tower. I can't see where I was. Okay. Yeah, Maddie says block the narcs flying monkeys too, and she's right, because when we're talking about the sucking you back in or the smear campaign or any of that stuff, the flying monkeys are going to do their part. They're going to help the narcissist case. They are literally those people who do the narcissist's bidding. Some of them are willing, some of them are not, but anyone who makes you feel bad about yourself because of the narcissist is a flying monkey. Anybody who tries to help you under the guise of getting you back together with the narcissist or delivering messages, tell them one time, I really appreciate you, but I just don't want to hear anything about this person anymore. Even if they're just giving you the scoop or the gossip, it's just making your life harder. It's making you feel more, overwhelmed and miserable. So do your best when we say no contact, that means no contact. That means no information. That means letting go, cutting off, Okay. Nicola says, now I feel like I lost my, okay. Nicola says, I'm away after 2 weeks and stuck in the hell of trauma bond. I walked away from him. He's not allowed to see his son at the moment as he has an alcohol issue, so he's smearing his ex on Facebook. Oh my goodness gracious, Nicola, I'm so sorry. I get the trauma bond factor, I really do, but what I would say to you is try your best to, go through the pain. Give yourself the time to go through the pain, to feel it, because for one thing, we are almost afraid of pain. We're afraid of letting ourselves feel that emotion, and so we just stay kind of stuck there. Let the emotions flow. Give yourself a couple of weeks to let them flow out, and do some journaling, watch sad movies if you need to. A lot of times we need to have a couple of good cries before we're over it. Kind of let the emotions flow. And then, you've got a child here, so obviously you want to maybe send your child to school before you let all the tears cry, or send him to bed or whatever. But basically just do your very best to get through the emotions, and then you're going to have to work with pattern interrupts, where you change your thoughts whenever you have thoughts about this person, and then you're going to have to stay focused on healing and moving forward intentionally. When you do it with intention, it works so much more effectively. So, okay, I've just got a couple more minutes here because I have so much to do before all of my calls get rolling for the evening. I've got a full schedule tonight. So let me see here. Welcome, Deborah, says Terry. Keep those running shoes laced for that one. Yes, indeed. Susan says, thank you. Yes, indeed. Yay for Suzanne. And Tracy Abrams says, hey, Angie, I got a protection order yesterday, so he leaves me alone. Congratulations. That is awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, Tracy. Yes. Deborah says, I sure am. These support groups are so awesome. Yes, indeed, my friend. Thank you, Deborah, for all of that support. I love you. Deborah says, Gina, that is her issue, not yours. Exactly. Hello, Ms. Nargis. Hello, how are you, my sister? I hope you're doing well. And Deborah says, hi, Charm. Hello, hello. MC's out to get me is back. Hey, how you doing? Maddie says, when well-intended people bring me news about the narcissist, I thank them, but I let them know that if they really care about me, please respect my wishes and stop bringing me such news. If they keep doing it, block them too. Absolutely. And that's exactly how you have to be. And it sucks sometimes, but it's just the best thing you can do. Nicola says, Angie, thank you for always being here. Absolutely my pleasure. Tracy says, thanks, Deborah. Congratulations. Shastina, hey, girl, hey. Oh, she said, I got carried away with watching another video, waiting for this one to go live, and I almost forgot. I hate when that happens, but I'm so glad you made it in. Deborah says, thank you. My pleasure. Charm says, thanks for the welcome, Deborah. Congrats. And Charm, welcome, welcome for sure. D's Anonymous, nice name, says, how to avoid an argument when he won't shut up. He doesn't even let me talk anyway. And when I do talk, he doesn't hear anything I say because he won't shut up. That is a cycle you cannot win. The best way to deal with it is to not respond. And if he says, why aren't you talking to me? Say, well, I'm trying to make sure that I understand fully what you're saying. And, go ahead. Or say nothing. It depends on, if you're risking your physical safety by doing this, don't do this. You have other things to worry about. You need to get out. But if it's a matter of just talking, I have a video that's called something about when the narcissist won't shut up. I call it like a narcissistic filibuster, where they just go on and on and on and on and on until you finally are just so exhausted and tired. You're just like, whatever, shut up, whatever you want. Well, I would not talk. I would not. And what I did in that situation is, in addition to in your head planning your escape, go to queenbeing.com/plan and pick up there are 2 free downloads there for you. In addition to that, I would look not in their eyes. I would look here or here. And I often watch a mouth because I can see a lot of emotion in a mouth. And I would look above their head sometimes, or past their past their head over their shoulder. And the reason I would do that is because I felt like sometimes when their eyes would connect with mine, it would be more powerful for me emotionally. And so by disconnecting emotionally, I wouldn't look them in their eyes. I would also then feel farther away somehow. I would imagine myself sitting up on a chimney across the street or whatever. That was one thing I actually did. I would imagine myself not there. And I would basically just let it pass. And that sounds really unhealthy, and it kind of is in some ways if it's long-term. But for short-term coping, it works. It does lead to dissociation. I know now. And so if you're doing that, you also need to be practicing mindfulness outside of those moments. And you really do need to be planning your escape. It's really important. Okay, Deborah says, I understand, Shastina, me too. Oh, Nicola said she started yoga and she has an appointment for counseling. Amazing. Congratulations, Nicola. Gina says, congrats to Deborah. I know, I'm sorry. Okay. Tesla says, I was reacting at first and I learned to say, oh, is that the latest rumor? And I found this works. Yeah, that's great. That's great for the, is that his latest rumor? That's a really great tip, Tesla. So for the smear campaign, oh, is that his latest rumor? Oh, sounds about like him to say something like that. I love that. That's good stuff. Or heard, of course. Let's see. Narcissist Alert says, same, Angie, do not settle. Exactly. Yes. D's Anonymous says, it's crazy, Deb. Yes. Deborah says, yeah, D, I know what you mean. Just last night he asked me a question, then he doesn't let me speak. And this is the one that's trying to suck her back in. Jeez, oh, Pete. Okay. Robin Witt says, I love your channel. It has helped me so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Robin. Deborah says to me, please thank your husband and children for sharing you with us. It means so much. Oh, that's really, really sweet. I definitely will tell them that you said that. Thank you, Deborah. Dominique Richards says, I'm new here. from Montreal. Hello, Dominique from Montreal. Thanks for all the information. It helps a lot. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you. And welcome to the SPANily. Okay, Deborah says, Deborah, look, I have a friend in real life named Deborah, so I keep switching up your name. I'm sorry. Says, welcome to Dominique. Dee says, that's a good one to Tesla. Yes, it's a really good one. Ilja says, I went no contact 9 months ago. Congratulations. He immediately returned to his secondary source. I never want him back. I feel so much freedom, but I'm so angry. What to do with this anger I feel toward him? Okay, so now that you're past the 9-month point, here's the hard part. This actually happened to me with somebody I had some issues with when I was younger. And what I did, I remember sitting there in my apartment. I was so, life was so good. I had created all these good things for myself, and I was so angry, and I couldn't let go of the anger, and I didn't know why. And then I heard literally, I know you're going to think I'm crazy. I audibly heard a voice whisper in my ear, you have to forgive him. I thought that was the biggest bunch of BS I'd ever heard in my life. But I sat down and I wrote that letter. I wrote a letter. I wrote the letter. I intended for him to read the letter while I was writing it. And the first time I wrote it with no holds barred, all craziness, all kinds of, underlines and cuss words and all the stuff. I got all the emotions out. And at the end of the letter, I wrote a paragraph, and I said, and despite all of this, I'm writing away from me. I need to release it, and I don't want it in my life anymore. So I'm releasing you and the toxic energy. This doesn't mean I want to be in your life again. This just means that some people like to bury it. Some people, whatever it is that works for you to dispose of it, flush it down the toilet, crumple it up and throw it in the trash, whatever. Do that and release it that way. It's a strangely helpful therapeutic exercise. And I would suggest that you intend to mail it to that person when you're writing it. And then you can decide when you're finished if you need to mail it or not. Okay. And then, of course, pattern interrupts, changing your mind, remembering that by staying angry, that person is part of your life still. And by staying angry, that person continues to control you, inadvertently speaking, with their behavior and their stuff. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Chastina, yes, new glasses. Thank you. Freedom Lee says, oh, look, we're stopped. Are we paused? Can you rate advice? Thank you so much. Freedom Lee, I always appreciate you, my friend. Deez says, always one-sided argument, usually when he needs attention. Yep, indeed. Okay. All right, guys, I've got to run. I'm so sorry. Julie, I got to say one more thing. Julie's, all right, guys, I hope you can still hear me. I am going to rush out of here, but I'm going to come back and read your comments as soon as I can. So please feel free to let me know anything that you have going on, anything I can do to help you. That's all I've got for you right now. But as always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. Thank you for letting me be a part of yours. I have another video coming for you later today, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for Thankful Thursday. Have a lovely, lovely day. I'll see you soon. Okay.